You think that was 40?
It's good to have you back.
Hi, I'm Jimmy, and this is another episode of my Hitman Blood Money Let's Play. I'm going through all the missions on Pro difficulty and trying to get Silent Assassin. We'll see if I can keep that up. But yeah, for this mission, we are going after a target who has checked himself into a rehab facility. And but first, we don't know the identity of our target, so we need to make contact with an agent inside the facility to get the identity of our target. You know, this is something a lot of the games experiment with, is a lot of Hitman games have experimented with, is, you know, a mission where you aren't, you know, you don't know who your target is. Okay, so here I'm waiting. There's a guard up on the balcony there. I'm waiting till he finishes his smoke break. There's exactly 2 puffs of smoke, and then he turns around and heads back. So I'm waiting for that second puff of smoke. Yeah, wait for that to clear, and then I know I'm good to go. Here I'm going to distract the guard out. But yeah, so yeah, a lot of Hitman games have sort of experimented with, oh, you don't know who your target is, you know, we're going to give you information, or you're going to have to find clues to get their identity. They do that in the several elusive targets in the Hitman World of Assassination. They did that in Hitman 2 Silent Assassin. They do it in this game.
No one has to get hurt here.
The version in Silent Assassin, they sort of give you clues. It's very similar to how it works in Freelancer in the showdowns. But, you know, there's no randomization in the Hitman 2 Silent Assassin version. So once you've played it once, you know who the target is. You don't have to bother figuring out their identity again. So I think it's one of the cool things they did with Freelancers, because it's procedurally generated. You don't know who the target is ahead of time. You have to actually figure it out. So here I'm deleting the camera evidence, so I don't have to worry about cameras, and I am stealing a key card to break in. So I'm sneaking here. Yeah, there's a guy there. He's going to walk by the window in a few moments, so I wait for him to go past, and then I'm safe for me to go in. Here I use the sedative syringe to knock this guy out. Yeah, I actually didn't need to bring the silver baller. The only time I use it is to knock out the security guard earlier. I could have used a syringe for that as well. So steal the orderly disguise, hide the body. Funny physics moment there. Oh yeah, one thing I should say. So the plan is for me to get in touch with my agent. This is the sort of plan for the mission. I'm going to inject him with a serum that will make it look as though he is dead. And that way the nurses here will take him outside. And once he's outside, I can give him the antidote to revive him. Just want to set you up so you know that coming into this conversation we're about to have.
You. I should have known.
Sedating me. Psychotropics. The things they've done. Figures. They'd send you to clean up my mess. This is the guy. Here.
I'm getting you out of here.
They'll never let me out alive.
I know.
I love that line delivery. The I know. Just so ominous to imagine, you know, they'll never let me out of here alive, and then Agent 47 is just like, I know, and then he immediately injects him. Like, he's got to think that
Identity obtained. Executing rest of assignment.
Splendid, 47. It might interest you to know the following. A sudden shift in the delicate power balance of the New York families. 2 low-level contracts just came in. In addition to your primary target, 2 members of the same group are currently staying at the facility. Terminating either will result in a $50,000 bonus per head. It's entirely up to you.
Understood.
But yeah, so you know, Agent 47 just says I know and ejects him. That, you know, the Agent Smith there has got to be thinking, oh, he's killing me. Like, that must have really freaked him out when he heard that. Luckily, So here we see, yeah, our target is the guy in the pink bathrobe. There's like 3 guys with different colored bathrobes that are, you know, your potential targets. And here we go through all this work to find out who our real target is, and then we get a call from Diana that it doesn't matter, and we can just go ahead and kill all 3. So it's... I don't like how they did it in this mission. They should have at least stuck to, yes, you only have 1 target and you need to figure it out. Otherwise, what's the point of randomizing it? Like, it defeats the purpose if you're not penalized for taking out the non-targets. So yeah, I was going to try and see if I could go into the bath with, or the sauna with pink robe guy there. But there was another NPC going in at the same time. So, need to have him isolated in there for that kill method to work. So I'm waiting for Mr. Green Bathrobe to sit down on the weights. Oh, that's another thing with this run, is I'm trying to complete all the objectives. I thought that was a requirement for Silent Assassin on Pro Mode, but apparently it's not. Apparently, you can get Silent Assassin without completing all the objectives sometimes. But I'm just going to try and complete all of them, for, at least for as long as I can. Here we suffocate the guy in the rope. The timing on this, I'm looking this way because there's a guard who stands over there sometimes, and if you get unlucky, he might come in while you're strangling him, and it's unfortunate. You see, yeah, the body was found almost immediately after I left, so he must have come in there not too long after I finished killing him. So, yeah, here I'm going upstairs. Yeah, Mr. Blue, I'm going into, I'm trying to sneak into his room. Yeah, I'm going to go across the roof. You can't do this if there's the guard is out here, because he'll spot you, and that'll be trespassing. And I'm just going to come out the way through the door, because they don't get mad at you for coming out of his room, only for going into it. Oh, but yeah, one thing about this mission is, well, one thing about Blood Money generally is that, you know, the character of Agent 47 and Diana is different. Like in World of Assassination, oh yeah, there, the blue target just blew himself up. I sabotaged the gas and he blew himself up. So yeah, that's 2 targets down, both due to an accident. So
you seen the shrink? I usually get my session about now.
But yeah, so yeah. And this is about to be a 3rd accident kill, so just make sure the door is closed. That way no one will hear in case we get into a fight, which we do. But yeah, just push him into the tub, and that counts as an accident. That was something I had a hard time figuring that on my own for whatever reason. Like, I couldn't figure out how to make that push kill work. But watching walkthroughs made me realize it's a lot easier than it looks. I think I was just overcomplicating it in my head. I think I was also getting unlucky with the timing. I kept trying to kill him when the other guy was in the room. Say, oh yeah, here I'm trying to remember where I left my suit, because I need to get my suit on the way out. But yeah, so the sort of character of Agent 47, like in World of Assassination, he was always framed as being sort of a good guy, you know, ridding the world of people who would otherwise avoid accountability. You know, here his targets are just people, you know, going through rehab. You know, they're presumably all former criminals, but they're like turning state's evidence, so they're like presumably going to turn their backs on a life of crime. But yeah, 47 doesn't care. He's just killing who he gets paid to kill. So yeah, in this game, in Blood Money, Agent 47 is basically all about the money. He doesn't care about right or wrong or any of that. He's just, who's paying me and how much? Is it enough to be worth it? But yeah, that's all 3 targets taken down. And now I'm going to head back and we're going to revive Agent Smith and we can complete the mission. And yeah, this door, it's kind of confusing. The door just unlocks automatically once a certain point in the mission is reached. So if you're like, how do I get the key for that door? You don't. It just unlocks by itself later. And there, Agent Smith is up, and now we can exit the mission. And that should be good for Silent Assassin. And again, the newspaper's not going to mention how these people were killed. They were all accidents, so even though it says they were murdered, the newspaper doesn't give any details. Which is strange. So yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.